Welcome back, friends. It is time for your Smart Money Minute with our good friend Andy Mattingly from Forum Credit Union. Today, Andy is teaching us some easy rules to slash our impulse spending. I think these are good tips that anyone can use. Andy, welcome as always. Good to see you.
Great to be here.
You ever had one of these rush bowls?
No, but I think I'm going to have to.
Yeah, your office is right there. It's
yes.
good. Let's dive right in. What are a couple of easy rules to follow to curb the minor impulse purchases?
Yeah, so a lot of those times that show up when you're at grocery shopping or other gift shopping and things. So always shop with a list. Use your notes app or go old school, put it on a piece of paper, and you only get what's on there. And if you're going to buy something else, you have to write it on the list first. And I know that sounds, really weird, but a lot of times you're like, oh, I'm not going to write it on there. And you won't put it in your cart. And speaking of carts, use the smallest cart possible. So if you're going in for, just a, dinner groceries, don't get the big cart because you're likely to fill it up. So,
yeah, just get the carry one.
Just get the carry one.
Yeah.
So those are good, little easy rules to do.
This is very timely for me because literally 2 days ago, my wife was like, hey, can you get a box of pasta on your way home from the gym for the kiddos? I got 3, Andy.
Yeah.
Because they were on sale, and I was like, oh, I'm trying to help by
getting more. But
if
you'd have just walked in and just got one, yeah.
That's what she said, too. So what suggestions do you have, Andy, for people who buy impulsively online?
Well, so, cancel some of your accounts with some of those online retailers, or at least take out your payment information, because a lot of times if you have to put in the credit card, that'll stop you. Now, if there's an online retailer that you use all the time for recurring expenses, only shop, you know how much you should spend, buy gift cards, load those in, and then, you're limited on how much you can spend. So those are good ways to control that online spending.
Nice. Yeah, so shopping with a list, using that's from the other one, and using the gift cards only, that's important too, I think, just to help curb that. So what about good behaviors that can help us lower our impulse spending overall?
Yeah, so I think some of the things to work on there with that overall, impulse spending is that you want to make sure you always comparison shop everything, kind of have a 24-hour rule before you do anything. Because if you do that, then you know that you're not going to, just buy it because it's there.
Yeah.
And it's also, don't buy it because it's on sale. That's the thing that a lot of people fall into, which we just talked about there.
By a lot of people, Andy means me. Yeah. And having an accountability partner, that's important too.
Now, this is if you're really bad about always buying extra things, is have an accountability partner that you say, hey, I just bought this new blazer, and you call them and say, do you think I needed this blazer? And if they say, yeah, that was a good deal, but if they say no, then you have to take it back. And that's the two-step process there.
Man, that's hard.
So you have to get good at taking things back if they say, yeah, that really wasn't a good idea for you.
Oh, man, it's tough to ask for that accountability, especially when they check you on it. It's like, oh, man.
Exactly.
So let's talk about some people who might be making these chronic impulse decisions. So how can people who are those chronic impulse buyers make a change, Andy?
Well, I think the biggest thing is that you have to look at the way your financial situation is and say, what could I do if I really didn't do all this spending, and how much better will I be? And, if you have these rules, all of these rules that you go through, you can really change it. And you can call them rules, or you can call them Jedi mind tricks, whatever you want to call them. It's just that when you go to spend, if you think through all of these things, I think you're going to solve your chronic overspending.
Okay, man, great tips as always. And to connect with Andy and his wonderful team at Forum Credit Union, you can go to forumcu.com, give them a call on the screen, or follow them on social. Andy, expert tips, and I like that they're free too. And we just love having you on the show. And I know
thank you. Love being here.
Thank you.